a friend of mine at Daily Kos, his name is Frank Vine Walton. He caught a little piece with Dershowitz. It turned out that, remember Dershowitz came out in defense of Donald Trump all during the impeachment trial and all that kind of stuff. Well, he happened to go on to Fox News and he said something that somehow, it went against the Fox line. And Maria Bartiromo went into a tizzy fit. I want you to listen to this and then we'll take it on the other side. Remember, this was a past strong supporter and defender of Donald Trump, so much so that he had a problem going back to Martha's Vineyards or whatever the place is called. But check this out. We'll then take it on the other side.
Well, let me ask you about all of these approval ratings. There is an issue in every corner of his agenda, even though they are pushing through this spending bill this morning in Washington. What does he need to do to regain support, or is it at this point over? He needs to step aside.
Well, he's done great things in Ukraine. I think he has done good things on domestic policy, gotten some very good things passed. He is not an exciting, dynamic candidate who's going to get things done. He is the candidate who restores normality. And if Trump is going to run, I think that even a low-ranking candidate with essentially moderate views, he won't win, but Trump will lose. So nobody's going to win this next election if it's Trump versus Biden. It will be who has the most negatives and who loses the election. Nobody's going to win that election.
Well, I want to ask you about that because you supported Trump and you were trashed for it in the public. You wrote a book about integrity. We'll slip in a short break and get back to that, talking about integrity and what is going on in the two systems of justice at today's Department of Justice. Stay with us. Alan Dershowitz continues next. Welcome back, and I am back with Alan Dershowitz. Alan, I got to get back to something you just said, because you said Joe Biden was moderate. You said he has moderate policy. You said he's passed some good things. You said he did a good job in Ukraine. I don't know what you're talking about. This is not a moderate president. OK, we have another spending bill that they're negotiating right now, which will likely stoke inflation. And on Ukraine, he offered Zelensky a flight out of there on week one so that Russia would just take over. So I don't know what you're talking about in terms of Joe Biden being moderate, Alan.
Compared to who? Compared to President Trump, who I did not vote for. I defended him against an unconstitutional impeachment, but I didn't vote for him. But compared to President Trump, the current President Biden is a moderate. So is his attorney general.
Moderate. He's not a moderate. He's not a moderate. It's just not true. And I know that's the BS line that Democrats have been trying to sell us since day one during the campaign. But his actions and his policies are indicative that he's not a moderate. But let's move on, because you wrote a book about integrity. And this morning, we're talking all about integrity. And
did you see what happened there? They went to a break after Dershowitz started to say that, Biden is a moderate and Biden is doing good things, etc. And after the break, I wonder, do you think Trump gave her a call? Do you think Trump called and said, how dare you put that on the air? How dare you do that? And then you hear what happened. She comes on and she really starts to terrorize good old Alan Dershowitz. Dershowitz was a good guy for them, but now he made the mistake and said all the wrong thing. Check that out on dailykos.com. They have a couple more out there. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number one, subscribe to our channel. And number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.